Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Roseburg High School in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. Tonight, the Roseburg girls basketball team welcomes in the Eagle Point Eagles as both these programs look for their first win of the season. And we welcome you into tonight's broadcast of Roseburg High Sports here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. I'm Joey Kieran. Welcome in, everybody. So happy to have you with us for tonight's broadcast as the Roseburg girls play their fourth straight game here at home. It's not often you get that opportunity to play all of your games in your home gym, but the Roseburg girls get that opportunity here tonight. The Roseburg girls come out with an 0-3 record. They'll look to try and snap that losing skid as they take on Eagle Point, which is 0-5 coming off of a loss last night on the road against Phoenix. We'll have more to break down for you as we continue on with our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That is Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. Coming up here in the pregame show, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Chad Smith for the Roseburg girls. Talk to him about what the team's been up to since the last time we had him on the airwaves. We want to remind you that Roseburg basketball and Roseburg High Sports are streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. You can find them on YouTube. Again, search 1490 The Score to follow Roseburg High Sports throughout the season. And it is presented by BTB Moving, providing the labor services for your moving needs. Veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior and veteran discounts are available. Book now at 541-315-0122 and find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. We'll come back after this 2-minute break with a word with head coach Chad Smith. It is your Roseburg Disposal pregame show, streaming live at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's home for sports. It's The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on The Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Getting a chance here in the pregame show to catch up with head coach Chad Smith as the Roseburg girls get ready to take on Eagle Point here tonight. Coach, unexpected, a little extra practice time for you here, a little bit of a delay, and we get you back on the radio again here as you guys get ready to take on Eagle Point. How have things been going since the last time we saw you? I guess last week. I got to apologize. The days are starting to blend together with all the sports going on right now, but I know that we had you on last week. How have things been going for the Roseburg girls?
Well, not bad. Like I said, it's 4 home games in a row, which I don't think I've ever seen in a season. We had an unfortunate thing with the weather there, having to go down to Ashland. We're going to make that one up on Friday. But what gave us a chance to get back in the gym and continue to work and try to get better at little things that we're trying to do, better at boxing out, better in our man defense, knowing where to be on zone defenses, and then just trying to get the kids shots, get up and be able to shoot. we haven't, we aren't blessed with great shooters. You have to develop those, and it's taken time to do that.
As you look at the kind of the score box, you see that the score continues gradually to bump up a little bit more each game. Are you seeing the progress from game to game that these girls are starting to have?
Oh, absolutely. I go back and I went back and looked at our first game against Crater, and we're a totally different team than when we played them. We're a lot more sound at different things that we're doing. Do we have room to improve? Absolutely. Every game out, we've got to get a little bit better, and it's a building year. Like I said, we don't have one senior on the team. We're playing a couple freshmen. We brought another freshman up tonight to see maybe how she can handle things. So it's an ever-changing cast up at the varsity level.
Yeah, I did. I looked at the OSAA website today. I realized last game that there were some of the people that you guys had added that I didn't have on my lineup card just yet, so I had to make sure I updated it. And there were even more that you guys had added to that OSAA roster online. It looks like you guys are kind of using this as an opportunity to try and figure out what you have in the depths of the program, as well as getting a chance to get some experience for some of these younger players.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing is the girls need a chance to play. They've been sitting at home for over a year. Basically they missed out on their winter season, which is tradition, and they haven't been on the floor, and we've been going 5-on-0 for how many months there. This is great time for kids to learn. We're kind of approaching this like a summer league right now, is how a lot of us coaches I think are approaching this, experimenting with lineups, experimenting with defenses, offenses, just trying different things out.
Speaking of that, how much different might things look tonight as you bring up some new faces and you do continue that experiment? How much do you feel like things are going to look different tonight as you kind of get into, are we getting close to the midway point of your season? That is a weird thing to say.
It is. We're very close to the halfway point. In fact, I think tonight might even be the halfway point with us missing a couple games to start the season. But, it's one of those things. We're going to see a couple kids come in tonight. We're going to have a new starting lineup tonight, shake things up a little bit. And that doesn't mean those other kids aren't going to play. Everybody's going to see the floor and get some active time and active minutes for that first group. So I'm excited to see what we do tonight.
Tonight we've got the JV, or not the JV, but the freshman game going on here before ours. I know it sounds like the JV game didn't have a matchup for you tonight, but these younger kids, though, being able to find them matchups. I know not every program is probably at full strength, and even with dwindling numbers, I know sometimes finding those JV and freshman matchups are tough. Not every school has 3 programs. How important, though, is it to continue to find a full schedule for these younger programs for you guys to continue this growth?
You've got to have these programs get games because that's what keeps the girls in it. Nobody wants to just go and practice every day. They want to have competition, and Russ has done a great job of finding these kids games. Like for example, tonight our JV or our freshman team is playing a JV2 squad, so we're kind of playing up a level with those girls, and they're holding their own. They're doing well tonight. They're playing as a team, and it's all of our freshmen together at one time, so that's a good thing to see.
Tonight you guys get a chance to take on Eagle Point, a team that's also going to be looking for their first win of this season. I'm sure that they look at the record on the other side and think, hey, this is our chance to get that first one, just like you guys might be looking at. What do you think about the matchup against the Eagles?
I think they're going to be a quality club. It looks like they run a lot of 2-3 zone, which we've seen an awful lot of, so you think we've got our zone offense down. We'll see how things go tonight. They run a quality program. They've got a couple really good girls that pull the trigger real quick and can shoot from a distance. So we'll have to make sure we get on those girls and not give them open looks.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
And that is head coach Chad Smith with the Roseburg girls basketball program as they welcome in the Eagle Point Eagles. Joey Kieran here with you in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. That is Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. Well, it is definitely a warm one here tonight in Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. And on that front, yesterday, games for both the Roseburg boys and girls were postponed till later in the week. Roseburg boys were scheduled to host Ashland yesterday. The Roseburg girls were scheduled to head down to Ashland to play down there. Yesterday, I did see it was 100 degrees down in Medford, and it was darn near 100 degrees here in Roseburg. And they made the decision to postpone those games until later on in the week because of the heat index. They didn't want to put too much of a stress on the players. They are still wearing face masks while they are out there, at least they have some of them on. Whether or not they are completely being worn is another conversation, but you can't necessarily blame them on that as they are up and down the floor. But with that added element and just the heat, this is not a usual season in the fact that usually we are happy to be inside because of the heat. Outdoors, it's usually raining, sometimes snowing, usually very frigid during the high school basketball season. It's a much different story here in 2021. And so with mid-90 degree temperatures outside right now, it is sweltering here in the Roseburg gym. I haven't really been doing anything besides sitting here getting the broadcast ready, running down to interview with head coach Chad Smith and get the starting lineups, and even still, got a little bit of a glow going on here tonight. So it's a warm one, although it does look like temperatures may be dipping a bit into the upper 80s right now as we get ready to go. But it's a toasty one. In fact, looking down at the Eagle Point team as they are going through their warm-up procedures, players fanning themselves because it is a warm one tonight here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. It's going to play a part, but we'll definitely expect that these teams will be looking forward to a great matchup here this evening. It is, of course, as mentioned there with head coach Chad Smith, an opportunity for both of these teams to get their first win of the season. And you got to imagine they are both licking their chops for the opportunity to get out there and try and get a win against a team that hasn't been victorious as of yet. One of these two teams will get that opportunity. Taking a look at where things have been for both of these teams. Just yesterday, the Eagle Point Eagles were taking on Phoenix. They were on the road, and it was a 39-20 loss on the road for Eagle Point as they fell to 0-5 on the season. They come in averaging 28.8 points a game, have been giving up an average of 45 points a game. They have a season high of 39 points this year. They've also given up a season high of 59 once this season. Last year for Eagle Point, they were 9-16 overall on the season, finished 7 out of 9 in their Midwestern League. They did not make the postseason, but they bring back 5 players from last year's team as they look to try and continue to build under head coach Marvin Denman. On the other side for Roseburg, coming in averaging 16 points a game, although coming off of a season-high 21 points in a loss against North Medford last week, falling 43-21 here at home against the Black Tornado. Roseburg fell behind 15-0 in that first quarter, managed to cut the lead down to just 12 by halftime, but then North Medford outscored Roseburg 20-5 in the third quarter. That padded the lead for the Black Tornado, and they never felt threatened the rest of the way as they were able to pull away for the 22-point victory. That was Roseburg's closest game of the season, though, as they continue to make steps. Talking with Coach Smith there about that in the pregame, that they continue to take steps. We've seen them go from 13 points to 14 points to 21 points. They'll see if they can find a new season high coming up here tonight. There have been a little bit of a change, some changes to the starting lineup that we had been seeing through the first 3 games for Roseburg. So we'll get ready for that coming up for you here in just a little bit as we get ready for tonight's game tipping off here from Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. As we get ready to go and get ready to wrap up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, want to remind you tonight's game is brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or give them a call at 672-5701. That's 672-5701. As you are getting ready maybe for those summer vacation plans, make sure you get in touch with Flyaway Travel. Tonight's game also been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. That's Fisher's Hearth and Home. And don't forget about our friends over at Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. You can get up to 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. It's probably a good time. If you haven't called to get your air conditioning unit checked, you may be waiting in line a little bit after this most recent heat wave here in the Umpqua Basin. I'm Joey Kieran, happy to have you with us here on this Wednesday night for some high school basketball. Taking a look at the schedule for this week, we will make up that game that we were supposed to have for Roseburg boys yesterday. They'll play tomorrow against Ashland here at home. And a quick note about that one for any Roseburg High sports fans that might be watching and plan to follow that game tomorrow, or that might be tuning in on the radio. Our Roseburg boys basketball broadcast tomorrow will be online video only at 541radio.com and on the Score YouTube channel. We will be online only tomorrow because of Blazers basketball. Portland playing in an elimination game, Game 6 for the Blazers against the Denver Nuggets at home in Portland. They tip off at 5, pregame at 4:05. But to be able to bring you that elimination game in its entirety, we will do Roseburg boys basketball strictly on the online stream. You'll find video coverage like you are hearing tonight on 541radio.com, as well as on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel, and then Blazers basketball on the radio here on 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. So just a heads up, a programming note for tomorrow, Roseburg's boys basketball game. All right, we are just about ready to go. We'll get ready to take our final break here of the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, and when we come back, it'll be time to get your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. I'm Joey Kieran. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. It's Roseburg and Eagle Point getting ready tonight for one of these teams to win for the first time in 2021. When we come back, this is Roseburg High Basketball, streaming live online at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on The Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Number 5, Kirsa Hogan.
And we welcome you back here to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium as we get ready to go with your starting lineups for tonight's matchup between Roseburg and Eagle Point. Taking a look at the Eagle Point Eagles, led by head coach Marvin Denman. Your starting five will be a senior Kirsa Hogan, a senior guard, a junior guard, Emily Nielsen, another senior, Haley Burcham, along with junior Kylie Bolero, and rounding out the starting five will be junior Haley McCornack. Now we take a look at the starting lineup for the home team. Head coach Chad Smith puts together a starting five that will have Riley Molsick, a sophomore, along with sophomore Amy Carpenter, Micaiah McClatcher, a freshman, along with junior Chelsea Miller and sophomore Emma Murphy. And that is your starting lineups for tonight's matchup between Roseburg and Eagle Point. Roseburg in white here tonight as the home team, Eagle Point in the road blue, and it'll be the visiting team getting the ball to start out this one here tonight. Joey Kieran with you as we get this one underway. Eagle Point with the basketball, moving left to right on your radio dial as we start tonight's contest. 8 minutes on the clock now, ticking away. First 10 seconds underway here out at the top with the basketball. Nielsen driving left side, passes it back out. Roseburg going with a man-to-man defense against the Eagles. Nielsen driving in, got to the make it to the right side of the lane with her left hand, draws a foul, and will head to the free throw line. That foul going against Riley Molsick for her first as we get things underway in the first quarter. Looking for the first points of the ball game here at the free throw line. It's good for Emily Nielsen. Nielsen, a right-handed shooter, fires up, and her second free throw is good. And Eagle Point will jump out to the 2-0 lead here in the first quarter. They put some full court pressure on Roseburg. The ball tipped out of bounds, and it goes back to Eagle Point in the backcourt. Mulsick tried to pass it to Chelsea Miller, got tipped, and then off of Miller out of bounds. And Roseburg will be trapped on the defensive side of the floor as an inbound pass knocked away by Mulsick, playing some strong defense there. Knocks it out in the corner, so now Eagle Point will move down towards the corner of the baseline to inbound here, leading 2-0 with 25 seconds away in this ball game. Inbound will go out to the top for Haley Burcham. Right-handed dribble brings it out to between the circles, straight away, passing to Nielsen. Nielsen to the near side for Bolero. Looks to her right, then finds the cutter. Nielsen, a little shake on the fake, went back to her left, put the shot up, it rattled out, a rebound and a putback, no good for Hogan, and a couple of missed opportunities there for Eagle Point. They had a couple of chance at the bucket right underneath. Near side, Mulsick looking for the cutter, gets it to McClatcher in the corner on the near side. Roseburg moving right to left on your radio dial. Dribbling the ball to the far side of the floor to Emma Murphy. Back to Mulsick in the corner. Looks underneath to Miller. One bounce, puts up the shot, no good. Mulsick comes out of nowhere to get the offensive rebound, and Roseburg will have a second chance here. She came slashing to the basket to pull away that offensive board. McClatcher now going to try a three, and that one well off the mark. There was a defender right in front of her, and the ball out of bounds. It'll go to Eagle Point. Stays a 2-0 lead for the Eagles. Oh, it's ball's tipped by Eagle Point. It will stay with Roseburg, and Roseburg thinking like I was that ball was going to be an Eagle Point basketball. They'll get it back here. And the ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Roseburg on the inbound pass. Chelsea Miller inbounding for Roseburg underneath her own basket. Looking, will go out to the top to McClatcher. Just over the outstretched fingers for Nielsen in that 2-3 zone that Coach Chad Smith telling us about at the start of the broadcast. Eagle Point with their zone D. Mulsick will bounce it into the corner. That pass knocked out of bounds. Haley Burcham there to defend. Murphy will inbound from the near sideline. 2-0 the score. Eagle Point in front with 6:27 to go first quarter. Mulsick to the right side. McClatcher, defender right on top of her. That is Kiersa Hogan. Driving right side, and an offensive foul called against McClatcher. McClatcher will give it back to Eagle Point. 2 fouls against Roseburg. None so far against Eagle Point. 6:15 to go here in this first quarter. Bringing the ball up the floor will be the senior Hogan. Dribbles right side for Burcham. Back to Hogan. They'll work it around the perimeter. On the left side, driving right hand, Bolero into the lane. The runner off the mark, out of bounds, not touching anything there, just missing the rim and short of the backboard. Roseburg will get it on the air ball. Still full court pressure being applied. Got to get the ball in, and it will go right to Eagle Point. As McClatcher, that was Miller, tried to force the issue. It went right to Kylie Bolero, who had an easy lay-in for the two. The pressure working for Eagle Point. Roseburg now able to break it. Amy Carpenter up the floor to McClatcher. She goes up, and her shot no good. Rebound down to Carpenter. Carpenter missed on the putback, and then out of bounds on the rebound. Last touch by Eagle Point. Substitution, Miller will come out of the game for Roseburg. Jocelyn Monteferian will come in. Off the bench for the first time for her this season. Inbound goes to Carpenter, out to the top to Mulsick. McClatcher enters it into Carpenter, out to the top. Murphy going to try the three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound down to Hogan and a whistle. So that'll be against Riley Mulsick, who will pick up a second foul here early on. And that's going to prompt a substitution for Roseburg. McClatcher and Mulsick both go to the bench. Hayden Pinard and Hannah Bowman will check into the game for the orange and black. Up the floor through that center circle goes Nielsen. Goes left side into the corner. A long two is a bit too long for Kylie Bolero. Still a 4-0 lead for Eagle Point as they apply pressure on Bowman into the game. Bowman just a sophomore, as much of this Roseburg roster underclassmen. Bowman gets it left side, beyond the perimeter by a good 4 feet. To Monteferian, around to the right side of the perimeter. Back to the top. Jocelyn looking left side. Hangs on to it, has her dribble. One bounce, Bowman to the right side. Looking in the corner, back out to the top. Murphy tries to go in the middle to Pinard. The ball got tipped around. Carpenter comes up with it, a jump ball called, and the possession arrow will go to Roseburg. 4:39 to play here in the first quarter. We'll have our media timeout here coming up in just a little bit. And on the inbound, Hayden Pinard going to get called for stepping on the inline. And so that'll be a turnover by Roseburg. And Eagle Point will get it back. Eagle Point with it out at the top. Driving in, a floater, no good for Burcham, and the rebound comes down to Roseburg. They'll try and move in transition, but got caught up in traffic. Emma Murphy will turn it back over to Eagle Point, trailing 4-0 with 4:17 to go. Eagle Point will get it. Hogan will inbound on the near sideline. Into the backcourt to Nielsen. Into the game comes Jocelyn Hannon. Also, no, that was the one substitution there. Hannon into the game, gets it on the near corner. Left-hand dribble into the lane, back out to the top. They go to the free throw line this time to McCornack. She dribbles out into the corner. Looking underneath, wants a cutter. Gets a give and go, but lost a handle on it. Diving for it, Emma Murphy on the ground. A tie-up, a jump ball called, and the scramble to get to it will get the possession arrow back in favor of Roseburg, but Eagle Point will stay with the basketball. Bounce into the corner to McCornack. Out to the top to Burcham. Into the corner, back again for Hogan. 3, no good. Rebound comes down underneath. A turnaround jumper, no good. This time for Nielsen. Hogan wanted to try and get a foul call on that three-point shot as she went to the ground on the box-out attempt by Roseburg, but didn't get a whistle. Monteferian has it in the corner, bounces it through the defense to Pinard. The ball tipped out of bounds. Couldn't tell who it went off of. It'll be a jump ball call, and it goes to Roseburg. So Roseburg will have it underneath their own underneath their own basket. Pinard will be the inbounder. As a substitution, McCornack checks out. Into the game will be Ariana Cabrera, a senior. Or back to the inbounder. Lob out to the top. Pass is tipped out of bounds by Hogan, and Roseburg will now have it out here on the near sideline, closer to midcourt. Emma Murphy will come out to get it near the midcourt stripe. Dribbles left side, passes into the corner. Bowman, double team, trying to trap her in the corner. They've got her trapped. Her pass out gets tipped, and it's taken away by the Eagles. Up the floor with it, Nielsen. That is Burcham to Hogan at the top. Dribble it out to that center circle. Lobs it to the far side for Nielsen. She's going to drive, gets baseline off the glass, too strong, rims out, rebound by Cabrera. A second look for the Eagle Point offense. Bounce to Cabrera underneath, draws a foul. And the foul will send Ariana Cabrera to the free throw line. With 2:51 to play here in the first quarter, we're going to get the media timeout.
Ariana Cabrera at the line.
4-0 is the score. Eagle Point with the lead here in the first quarter. We'll come back after this 30-second break with more Roseburg girls basketball trailing the Eagles here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here at Roseburg High School, where our score is 4-0 in favor of the Eagle Point Eagles in the first quarter. Heading to the free throw line for the Eagles will be Ariana Cabrera. We'll have that for you here in just a second as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Girls Basketball on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. So to the line, trying to extend the 4-0 lead will be Ariana Cabrera, the senior. Her first trip to the line, looking for her first points of the night with 2:51 to go in the first. She'll hit the first free throw. Three of the 5 points, I should say, so far in this first quarter come at the free throw stripe for the Eagles. Cabrera will try to add the second one, the older of the two Cabreras on the roster. And her second one hits the front iron, almost got the friendly roll on the road, but she does not. And now a travel going to be the call. No, jump ball. Outlet pass from Carpenter went to Murphy, and Murphy turns around right into blue jerseys for Eagle Point and got all tangled up. And that is not the first time that has happened in transition for Roseburg. 5-0 the score, 2:41 to play in the first. Eagle Point with the lead. Out at the top with it, Burcham drives right side. Got bumped by Pinard, and that'll draw another foul here for Eagle Point as Roseburg. A lot of fouls here in this first quarter, trying to play some tough defense. But I believe Pinard going to pick up her first.
Against Hayden Pinard.
It is. That'll be her first. And I believe the 5th team foul against Roseburg. First free throw off the mark for Burcham. 3 of 5 from the line so far here in the first quarter for Eagle Point. Second one looks long. It's back iron, no good. Down with the rebound, but got tripped up as the player down behind her, and now a turnover on the baseline. Pinard skied to get that rebound, but then got knocked over as a player fell into her legs behind her. She lost the basketball. Eagle Point picked it up, but then stepped on the baseline to turn it over. Roseburg will try and break the press. They will. Emma Murphy out in front, makes the extra pass. She could have just taken it straight to the rim herself, which was probably the preferred action from the Roseburg bench. I looked over, and the coaches, they put their head down. That wasn't the play they wanted. But the ball does stay with Roseburg as it was knocked out of bounds by Eagle Point. Now nearly a stolen away by Eagle Point's defense. And coming up with it, the loose ball is still loose, and it's Hogan that will come up with it. Hogan will launch a deep three. Her shot off the mark. Murphy down with the rebound. And she'll back it up, slow it down a little bit to try and bring the ball up the floor here. She sets a screen for McClatcher, who will travel.
Chelsea Miller comes in for Roseburg. Micaiah McClatcher comes out.
So the turnover by Roseburg will give the ball back to Eagle Point. In the game for Roseburg, Chelsea Miller comes in. Micaiah McClatcher went out of the ball game. Roseburg trailing 5-0, a minute 44 to go. Into the lane. The dribble knocked away, tipped out, and it goes out off Eagle Point. Amy Carpenter with the defense, knocking that ball away. Roseburg got to get the ball inbound. That ball was tipped by Eagle Point, but Emma Murphy thought that she was the last to touch it, so she tried to save it in and saves it to nobody. It'll go out of bounds, and Eagle Point will get it back. Roseburg struggling with that full court zone pressure from Eagle Point. Hogan inbounding in front of Roseburg's bench, lobs it out to Nielsen. Burcham with it straight away. Burcham, a lengthy senior out there. Got a pretty tall frame on her. Into the far corner, Hannon driving in, and she gets a runner off the glass. Drops it through for two, 7-0 the lead, Eagle Point in front. Roseburg finds the cutter through the middle. Montefiore gets it up to Carpenter. She'll wait for the rest of the team to catch up now as they set up the half-court offense. Going right to the rim is Murphy. Her lay-in attempt too strong. Same can be said for Carpenter after the offensive rebound. 2 misses there for Roseburg. Up the floor they come. A three for Eagle Point. will sky off the backboard, rebound down to Carpenter after the miss by Burcham. Lob it up the floor to Miller, breaking the press into the half court for Roseburg. And a pass too strong. Montefiore thought it was over her head, intended for somebody else, so she let it go, and it sails out of bounds. Miscommunication there on the part for Roseburg. 40.2 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Checking in will be Kansas Raber, and also Haley McCornack will come into the game for Eagle Point. 35 seconds to play in the opening period of tonight's ball game between Roseburg and Eagle Point. Roseburg trailing 7-0. A screen going left side. Nielsen throws it up. No good. Down with the rebound was McCornack, and then a whistle on the jump ball is getting in and tangling things up was Amy Carpenter. Good defense there as Carpenter continues to do a nice job on the glass. She tied it up and gets the ball back for Roseburg. Into the half court looking for a couple of points before the end of this first period, trying to not get shut out again. Pinard with it to the right side. Montefiore a three. It goes through! Jocelyn Montefiore will get Roseburg's first points. With 2 seconds, a long shot from Eagle Point is off the mark, and we're after 1 quarter of play. 7-3. Roseburg is down by 4 after a nice bucket from long range by Jocelyn Montefiore. We'll take a 60-second break, come back with the second quarter after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome you back here to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium as we get ready to go for the start of the second quarter. 7-3 our score. Roseburg trailing by 4 against Eagle Point. A long three by Jocelyn Montefiore gets Roseburg back in the mix. Down by only 4 after trailing by as many as 7. Eagle Point starts with the basketball to begin this second period. Out at the top with it is Hannon. A couple of crossover dribbles. We'll get it to McCornack, who then passes it quickly off to Emily Nielsen. Eagle Point moving left to right on your radio dial. Driving into the middle. Nielsen tried to force up a shot, had it tipped out of her hands. Roseburg comes up with it. Carpenter gets it to Miller, and now to Molsick, who will try to bring it up the floor with the pressure in the backcourt. Roseburg, ball loose. It's taken away by Eagle Point. Tipped out of the hands of Chelsea Miller. By Miller. Tipped out of the hands of Nielsen, and it'll stay with Eagle Point.
Here's Hogan comes in for Eagle Point.
Eagle Point will make a quick substitution here in the second quarter. Back into the game is Kiersa Hogan. Okay, we went scoreless in that first period. Hogan will have it. Leading scorers after 1. You had 3 players with 2 points for Eagle Point, and Jocelyn Montefiore with 3 points for Roseburg. Second quarter, 1 minute ticked away. On the right wing with it, Hannon dribbles to the top. Hogan will tie a deep 3 from the left wing, no good. Rebound. Carpenter tried to steal it away from McCornack. McCornack's follow-up no good, and a whistle on the rebound for Molsick. And so Roseburg getting the defensive stop there and then drawing the whistle. That'll be the first foul against Eagle Point. I believe 5 on the other side for Roseburg, and that one going against, I believe, Kansas Raber. Again, the sun continues to fade out the scoreboard with those numbers on it. so kind of difficult to see. A pass tipped by Hogan. She dives to try and get to it, but Montefiore gets it back. Pinard has it on the right wing, spinning around. Bowman, an open look at a three, launches too long. Carpenter with the weak side offensive board and off the glass for two to get Roseburg within two. 7-5 the ball game. Out to the top. Fake right, goes left. Pass it off for Hannon. Out to the top. A three for Burcham. Off the right iron, no good. Bowman right underneath for the rebound. And she'll push it up the floor. Lost it a bit, but gets it back. Keeps her dribble. Tipped out of her hands. Draws a foul. That'll be against Kiersa Hogan for her first.
Foul against Kiersa Hogan.
Checking out of the game, Kansas Raber back in for Eagle Point. I believe that is Kylie Bolero, who will check in. Pass underneath. Turnaround jumper from Carpenter just off the mark. Fighting underneath. Pinard trying to get there. Jump ball stays with Roseburg. Not a bad look there for Carpenter. She just misses. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Inbound by Pinard is taken right away by Kylie Bolero. 5:35 to play in the second quarter. Driving, got bumped, but no whistle on the shot by Burcham. And then the rebound tipped out by Eagle Point.
Micaiah McClatcher comes in.
Micaiah McClatcher will check in and substitute out Hayden Pinard. Tonight's game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning.
Eagle Point timeout.
And by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. We'll keep it right here after the timeout. 5:30 to play in the first half. It is 7-5 your score. Right now, Eagle Point in front of Roseburg. Tonight's game brought to you by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. And by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. Get 0% financing. It's always available. Stick around. We'll have your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show coming up here in just a little bit. We'll recap this first half, get you some scoring statistics as we make our way through tonight's ball game. Want to send out a congratulations to head coach Jeremiah Robbins and the UCC baseball team. They win, upset top seed Lynn Benton in the semifinals of the Southern Region Championship Tournament today. They go to 11 innings, had free baseball today. They win 6-5 to advance on to the championship game coming up. Let me double check, make sure. I believe it's Friday at 1 o'clock. They'll be playing against 2-seed Mount Hood. Friday at 1 for the league championship. So good luck to them. Also coming up tonight, postseason basketball for the UCC men's basketball team. They got underway at 6 o'clock tonight out at UCC. They were hosting Lynn Benton tonight for that matchup. So good luck to the Riverhawks in that game going on tonight as well. 5:21 to play after the timeout. Roseburg with the basketball. Bowman picks up her dribble high on the floor. She'll bounce it away from the defense to Molsick, who will dribble to her right side, looking to pass into the corner for Montefiore, and reading the pass, Eagle Point takes it away. Bolero got the steal, pushes up the floor, lobs across for a three, off the mark by Burcham, and the rebound down to Montefiore. 0 for 6 from behind the arc so far tonight for Eagle Point. 7-5 the score. Roseburg looking to tie or take a lead on this possession. Micaiah McClatcher goes in. The scoop shot high off the glass for the freshman is good for two, and Roseburg ties this one up 7-all with 4:37 to play in this second quarter. McClatcher with that scoop shot high off the bucket. Out to the top, Hogan with it, Eagle Point. Their 7-0 lead has been dwindled, as in fact Roseburg has gone on a 7-0 run. That started there towards the end of the first quarter, led by the three by Jocelyn Montefiore. To the far side with it, Bolero. Pass out to Hogan. They enter to the free throw line. Burcham kicks it right back out to Hannon. Going against this zone. Actually, it's man-to-man defense here from Roseburg. McClatcher out at the top, trying to protect against Burcham. Burcham's entry pass was stolen away, and now Hogan tries to take it back out of the hands of McClatcher, who rips it away and draws a foul.
Foul against Kiersa Hogan.
That'll be another one against Eagle Point. Third of the first half for the Eagles, and that is the second against Kiersa Hogan. At the immediate timeout with 3:44 to play in the second quarter, it's a 7-7 ball game. Roseburg in it here. We'll take a 30-second break and continue the first half after this on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Welcome you back here to Roseburg High School on this balmy Wednesday night in the Umpqua Basin. Temperatures into the low 90s earlier this afternoon. It looked like we had dropped into the mid-80s at this point in time, but it is still a toasty one inside a Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. The temperature is warm, but also tonight's ball game is a tight one, giving us a little bit of heat and friction down on the floor as these two teams battle it out. Roseburg and Eagle Point tied at 7-all with 3:43 to play in the first half. Roseburg with the basketball out of the media timeout. Pass near side to Mulsick. Mulsick, Miller, Montefiore. McClatcher underneath. Got an open look. Too strong, though. Miss, and the rebound down to Eagle Point. Carpenter is the 5th Roseburg player, and it's not Carpenter. There is an injured player down on the other side. Roseburg was doing 5 versus 4 on that one, and it's Mulsick who goes down, and it looks like grabbing her left ankle in quite a bit of pain. She was leaned up against the wall, did not get up, and Coach athletic trainer Julie Deaver, she's a coach of sorts, down there coaching right now Mulsick through this injury as they are attending to that, and hopefully it is more of just a stinger there on the ankle. Sometimes you twist those and they end up feeling fine after a couple of seconds, but she seems to be in some pain. Does have a knee brace on her right knee, but that's not what they're looking at there as they look at the left ankle. It was a 3 on the other side by Eagle Point. I was confused there for a bit, looking for that 5th starter to tell you, and couldn't find her on the floor for Roseburg, and that was because Mulsick was down on the floor on the other side, and that's unfortunate there for the sophomore. She had worked her way into the starting lineup tonight, does a nice job handling the basketball, but she is down for a bit here, and we hope this is not going to be too serious for her and have an opportunity to come back. As mentioned in our interview with Chad Smith, we are getting close to about the midway point of this season. It's going to be a quick one. We've got a couple of weeks left to go, but it is moving fast for high school basketball here at the tail end of the high school season. So we wait for the injury timeout here for Riley Mulsick and hope that things are okay, but she does not look to be getting up quickly. And based on how things are looking down there, I'm going to think that this is not just something she's going to be able to walk off here in this one tonight. I believe Roseburg was already without maybe Michelle Rivera, who I believe is on the bench in what you could call street clothes and gym clothes, trying to stay cool here on this evening. And Mulsick is going to get helped to the bench, getting carried. Not going to put any weight on anything there. She will go to the bench, and that's an unfortunate sign tonight for Roseburg, as the sophomore Riley Mulsick, I'm going to guess, is going to be done for the night with that ankle injury. The 3, I believe, was by Haley Burcham. Going to credit her with that. We'll try and double check at the halftime break. I believe the 3 by Burcham, it was the first made 3 of the game for Eagle Point. It puts them in front 10-7, stopping a 7-0 run by Roseburg. Roseburg will have the basketball with 3:10 to go. McClatcher has it near side. Montefiore gets it to Bowman, who'll try to answer the 3. Her rainbow shot no good. McClatcher came down with the offensive board, tried to go back up, lost the handle, and now a jump ball going to be called as Roseburg got hands in on Haley Burcham and tied her up. The arrow does favor Eagle Point. .256 to play in the second quarter. Eagle Point with it, bringing it across the timeline will be Emily Nielsen. Passes it into the half court to Jocelyn Hannon. Around the screen, goes back around the screen by McCornack. Out at the top with it, Nielsen, near side to Burcham. Burcham fakes left, goes right, dribbles to the baseline, and just lost it out of bounds. Defense gets the turnover for Roseburg. No full court pressure by Eagle Point. So Roseburg will be able to bring the ball up the floor without any pressure. Got to get it into the half court though. Montefiore will. Bounces it right side to Bowman. Bowman tries to bounce it underneath to Miller. Got kicked back to her. And now a jump ball, and it will go back to Roseburg. We've had a number of jump ball calls in this ball game. I don't know if I've seen quite so many. Micaiah McClatcher will check out. Hayden Pinard back into the game for Roseburg. 2:23 to go, first half. Lob out to the top to Murphy. Murphy around her defender, drives in, off the glass. It doesn't want to fall. It just rolls off the rim. Now pressure from the backside. Murphy will tip it out of bounds, out of the hands of McCornack. Boy, I don't know. That basket seemed to be leaning one direction for that ball not to fall through. Emma Murphy had a good look at it, and that ball should have gone down. 2:10 to play. Burcham with it, holding on the left side, finds a cutter. That is Bolero. She gets the bucket to fall, cutting from the right to the left. Got it, nearly lost it, gets it to go, and will head to the free throw line. 4 points in the ball game for Kylie Bolero, and she'll try to make it 5 with the and one. Checking in on the trainer's table over there, Riley Molsick with ice and her ankle elevated. So it could just be a bad rolled ankle. Hopefully it's only that. Free throw missed by Bolero. Rebound down to Roseburg. They trail by 5 after coming back to tie this one up at 7-all. Jump stop and then got mauled by Haley Burcham. Burcham got out of position, a little off balance, and couldn't help herself as she barreled in to Hannah Bowman for Roseburg, who draws the foul. That's going to be, I believe, the first on Burcham. Inbound underneath on the baseline, into the corner for Miller. A three, rattles off, falls off the rim, gets her own rebounds. It's tipped to her. Her putback, no good. Fight for it. Pinard on the sideline. What's the call? A whistle. It looked like Eagle Point threw the basketball off of Hayden Pinard, but the whistle will go against Roseburg. Pinard picks up the foul, and I believe we've gotten to the 1-and-1 for Eagle Point. Chelsea Miller had a decent look at a three that just didn't want to fall. Then the putback or the rebound was tipped to her, and she had a putback attempt, couldn't get it to go. Roseburg basketball tonight brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. 2 fouls against Hayden Pinard in this game. The 1-and-1 front in does not go for Burcham. She's 0 for 3 from the line. 12-7 the score, a minute and a half to play in the first half. Murphy gets it on the left side, tries to attack the zone, gets redirected, passes it away, will get it back. Looking underneath, right idea, she had Hayden Pinard open, but the pass too strong and sails out of bounds. Another turnover by Roseburg with a minute 19 to play in the first half. Nielsen will bring it up to the right side. Going to be a three here from Burcham, and her shot too long. Rebound, bobbled around, and it falls into the hands of Nielsen. She attacks too short with her lay-in attempt, and the ball tipped out. Last touch by Roseburg, according to the black and white stripes. So Eagle Point will get another look at it here. 12-7 our score, with just 61 seconds to play in the first half. And a travel on the baseline. And Emily Nielsen questions the call for a moment, not able to run the baseline there. She'll get called for the turnover. Under 60 to play. Montefiore brings it up quickly into the half court. Behind the back dribble. Reverts, goes back to her right. Bounce out to Bowman. Bowman, a head fake, drives in, gets hit as she gets to the right elbow, and she'll head to the free throw line. Roseburg's first trip to the stripe here tonight. Roseburg had a 7-0 run to get back into the ball game, but since it's been a 5-0 run for Eagle Point, and Hannah Bowman will try to stop that. 49 seconds to play in the first half. She goes to the line for 2 and sinks the first. Roseburg basketball tonight brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Second free throw, rattles around, spits back out, and tipped out of the hands. Hayden Pinard tipped it out of the hands of Haley Burcham, and it'll go to Eagle Point. 12-8, a 4-point game. Trying to get points before the end of the half. Burcham launches a 3, and it's no good. Off the back iron. Roseburg down with the rebound. Only one attempt that trip for Eagle Point. Murphy. She gets it to Montefiore, and it goes through her hands, but it's saved back to her. She'll pass it out to the top, and it's stolen away. Nielsen has it. She'll wait for the rest of her team. Burcham out at the right wing. Marked by Pinard. Drives, gets mugged, and will go to the free throw line for 2. 12-8 the score with 18.6 to play here in the second. It'll be 2 free throws. And that is Hayden Pinard's 3rd foul in the ballgame. At the line, Burcham misses the first. She is 0 for 4 from the stripe. Amy Carpenter comes back into the game. Hayden Pinard will go out. Second free throw here for Burcham. Rattles off, no good. Long rebound. Will go out of bounds. Smart play there by Roseburg. Let it go. Roseburg will get it back. 15 and a half seconds to play. Trying to cut the deficit in half, possibly with a 2. Trailing 12-8. Bowman will attack out at the top. Behind the back dribble to miss the defender. Almost a travel by Eagle Point. Now out in the breakaway. Bolero with it, and she just dribbles it out of bounds. Lost the handle. It'll go back to Roseburg. Murphy will inbound. Full court to go with 4.2. Bowman to the midcourt stripe. Got to launch it up. She will not do so. And at the end of the first half, it is 12-8 with Eagle Point in front of Roseburg. We'll come back. Your halftime show coming up. It's the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. When we return, we'll recap the first half, take a look at your individual scoring after this 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
Here at the halftime break, it is time for your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Our score at the break, it is 12-8 Roseburg in a game here. They're down by 4. They equal the output of Eagle Point in that second quarter. Both teams scoring 5 after Eagle Point jumped out to a 7-0 lead in the start of this ball game. But Roseburg gets their first points of the game on a 3 by Jocelyn Montefiore before the first quarter comes to an end. They were down 7-3 at the end of 1, but they continued the run. They go on a 7-0 run and tied the game up with 4:37 to go in the second quarter. It was tied at 7-7, but then in the second quarter after that, Eagle Point goes on a run. Eagle Point goes on a 5-0 run to pull back in front by a score of 12-7. Roseburg gets 1 bucket at the free throw line by Hannah Bowman, and that brought them back to this 4-point deficit here at the halftime break. 12-8 our score. It has been the closest game Roseburg's had so far this season, and they are looking to try and make it an exciting second half here for us. Tonight's game's been brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Alanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. It is a warm one tonight here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, and we're thinking that things are going to be a little heated as the second half gets ready to go. Coming up here in just a little bit as these two teams both fighting for their first win of the season. We'll come back and take a look at individual statistics from the first half of tonight's ball game. This is your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show, back after a 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Here at Roseburg High School, our score 12-8 as Roseburg trailing by 4 at halftime against the visiting Eagle Point Eagles. Joey Kieran here with you as we bring you the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Hey, and don't forget, stick around for the postgame show. We'll name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. That's Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be. Well, taking a look at scores from the first half of this one, leading the way with 4 points for Eagle Point is Kylie Bolero, 3 points for Haley Burcham. Then you had 2 points for Emily Nielsen, 2 points for Jocelyn Hannon, and 1 point for Ariana Cabrera. On the other side for Roseburg with 3 points in the ballgame is Jocelyn Montefiore. Then you had 2 points for Amy Carpenter, 2 points for Micaiah McClatcher. And that is all the scoring in the first. 1 point, for Hannah Bowman in there as well. And that is your scoring from the first half of tonight's ball game as Roseburg and Eagle Point square off here this evening. And going on, the Roseburg boys basketball team is at Eagle Point tonight, and they are squaring off there. We'll try and get a score of that game and pass that along to you here tonight. Also checking in on the Umpqua Riverhawks men's basketball game. Tonight they were hosting Lynn Benton for a South Region tournament game there. Their first round game. They had been off since May 15th, but no rust for the UCC Riverhawks as they win 81-72 against Lynn Benton tonight. So a couple of big wins against Lynn Benton tonight for the UCC Riverhawks. First, it was the baseball team winning against the top seed Eagle Point baseball team. I keep saying Eagle Point. It was the UCC baseball team winning against Lynn Benton in a playoff game there, a semifinal. The upset in 11 innings, 6-5 for the Riverhawks. The baseball team will now play in the tournament championship game coming up Friday at 1 against Mount Hood. And then tonight in a league playoff game, the UCC men's basketball team winning against Lynn Benton 81-72. So congrats to the Riverhawks on a nice day today, getting wins against the Roadrunners. And a quick reminder about tomorrow's broadcast of Roseburg High Sports. We will be online only. Tomorrow's Roseburg boys basketball game against Ashland will be streaming online only. So you can watch the game, much like you might be doing tonight, on 541radio.com or on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. And that way we can bring you Blazers basketball on the radio. Blazers tip off at 5 o'clock tomorrow, Game 6 against Denver. That is an elimination game for the Blazers tomorrow. So online only tomorrow for Roseburg boys basketball. All right, a 60-second break. We'll come back with the second half for you here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Back to start the third quarter as Roseburg and Eagle Point square off. A tight one here, 12-8 our score as we go to the third quarter. Joey Keyran with you. I want to say thanks to Angela Keyran helping out with the video production tonight. And back in the studio, Ben Hill running things on the radio side for us here this evening. We get the second half started, or it'll be Eagle Point basketball moving right to left in blue. And they will. And a miss on the first one. Our video stream froze up there for a bit, it looked like. For some reason, I think our streaming program had an issue, but it does look like we're back up and running. It was a miss on the opening possession for Eagle Point. Roseburg got the rebound and took it down the floor and then got tied up. A jump ball will go to Roseburg after the jump ball call. Tie ball game between Eagle Point and Roseburg. Boys, 26-26 in the third quarter of that one. An attempt by Roseburg rattles off, and down with the rebound is Eagle Point. And they'll go the other direction, moving right to left. You've got Hogan, Bolero, Burcham, Nielsen, and McCornack out there to start for Eagle Point as a shot missed by Burcham. Rebound came down to Roseburg, and they'll call a foul against Roseburg. As Roseburg got hit trying to get the rebound, but they say that Roseburg committed the foul trying to box out. That'll be against Montefiore for the foul. So I think that'll be the first of the second half there for Roseburg. Our score 12-8 still. That was our halftime score. Out at the top, Burcham with it to the near side. At the wing, a whistle away from the basketball. It's a foul against Eagle Point.
Foul against Haley.
Offensive. That'll go against Haley McCornack. And I have that down as her first. Out at the top, Montefiore with it, tries to step through the defense, and they'll call her for a travel. Turnover there by Roseburg. Neither team has really been able to get much of a shot off so far. A travel call against Roseburg. 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Into the corner. Trying to enter it down to McCornack. The ball tipped away by Carpenter, but batted around. It goes to Eagle Point. Out at the top, Burcham thought about a three. She's going to drive right side, gets around McClatcher, but her shot too strong. Rebound pulled down by Murphy, and she'll rip it away from the Eagle Point defender. Up the floor, Murphy with it. Drives into the corner, gets it to Miller at the free throw line. Turns around, the shot too strong. Rebound pulled down by Hogan. Up the floor, a shot, three, right side, Burcham. She's too strong with that one. Now the rebound, long rebound into the corner by Roseburg. They're able to get it. Murphy brings it up the floor, had Hogan on her hip, but she's able to beat that. Baseline jumper, Carpenter. She's just off the mark, and the rebound tipped out. A travel call. Roseburg will get it back on the outlet. The rebound was tipped out to Nielsen, and she gets called for a travel. She tried to break it out on the transition. 5:37. Inbound from in front of their own bench. Roseburg with it, and it goes through the hands for Montefiore. Pass a little high, maybe a little sweat, as it is a warm one here tonight at Roseburg High School, and that one slips right through the fingers for Jocelyn. Again, on the bench and on the trainer's table is Riley Molsick, who started the game at the point guard position, still icing her ankle over there on the sideline, but being attended to, and they may be looking to, they got Carmen Finlay over there, they've got Julie Deaver over there. They may be trying to organize some way to get some treatment for Roseburg's sophomore, Riley Molsick. Timeout down on the floor. While we've got a moment, remind you, tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Also by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Third quarter with 5:33 to play. Eagle Point on top, 12-8. It's been a scoreless third period so far. It'll be Eagle Point basketball out of the timeout. Nielsen will bring it across the timeline to Burcham. Out near midcourt. She passes it right side. Bolero will dribble a couple of times. Now they whip it around the perimeter, and another travel called against Nielsen. Tried to give the jab step and didn't get the ball down as she started to take off with it. Turnover, gives the ball back to Roseburg. Inbound from the sideline to Murphy. In the backcourt, no pressure. Brings the ball up the floor with the right hand. A screen from Montefiore. Got free, gives it back to Montefiore out at the top. Tries to pass it back to Murphy here on the near side. It is tipped out of bounds by Hogan. Murphy will inbound. Montefiore comes to get it. Enters it down to Murphy. Nice entry pass. Murphy goes up. Had her shot tipped by the taller McCornack. And it's off the mark for Miller. Rebound down to Eagle Point. They push it up the floor. Burcham left side. Thought about the three. Takes a couple of dribbles. Skips it across the floor. Long three. No good for Nielsen. Rebound underneath by McCornack. Tried to make the extra pass. It's taken away by Murphy. She brings it up the floor. Montefiore in the corner to Miller at the free throw line. Her turnaround shot no good. A little too strong for Miller from the free throw stripe. Still 12-8, nearing the midway point of this third quarter. Nielsen to Bolero. To the right side, McCornack looking for the cutter. No one moving through the lane. She'll pass out to the top to Nielsen, who will hold. Hogan comes to get it between the circles. Whips it to the far side. Back out to the top. Near side now, Burcham at the left wing. Working against McClatcher. To the top, Bolero. Now right side. Looking to try and enter it in, but not a lot of movement for Eagle Point. Dribble, the drive, unable to get through. Pass out at the top through the hands for Hogan. She got it back, launches a three. It's too strong. Rebound down out to McCornack. A three again, and this time Burcham will get it to fall. And she hits her second of the night, and she stretches it to its largest lead again at 7. 15-8 your score here in the third quarter. The sun starts to gleam through the windows at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, and the ball taken away by Eagle Point. Bounce underneath, Burcham out to the top. Hogan steps to the side, launches a three, and gets it. Her first from long range. And a timeout by Roseburg as the lead now stretched to 10 for Eagle Point. And it's 18-8 here with 3:21 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and come back with the rest of your third quarter action on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
Back here in the third quarter, today's ball game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air. And by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And don't forget about Flyaway Travel. You can contact their travel experts for your travel plans, 672-5701. Well, here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium, we've always thought that those windows that they installed a couple of years ago are always a nice touch. It gives a nice opportunity to let in a lot of sunlight. Right now, it's a little too much. The sun has hit a spot where it is basically right in my eyes as the ball might make its way to Roseburg's half of the floor, so hopefully not blinded by the light too much here in this third quarter. Roseburg with the basketball out of the timeout, trailing by 10, their largest deficit of the game. It has been a 6-0 run by Eagle Point in this third quarter, and a shot off the mark by Roseburg. Eagle Point down with it in transition. Circling back out is Burcham. Out to Hogan, feeling it from three. She hits a second straight. That is 3 threes here in the third quarter, and Eagle Point out to a 21-8 lead. That is a 13-point margin. Roseburg battling underneath, the ball lost out of bounds. Emily Morello, a freshman, has come into the game, by the way. Did not catch that after the timeout. Morello in this game. Hannah Bowman, a sophomore, will check back in. Emma Murphy comes out of the game. So for Roseburg, you've got Bowman, McClatcher, Morello, Carpenter, and Pinard, your 5 on the floor. A couple of freshmen out there for Roseburg. Other than that, a number of sophomores. Actually, sophomores and freshmen on the floor for Roseburg in this one right now. Nielsen with it, left side, marked by Morello. Dribbles to the left. Hanging on, Nielsen, pass left side. Hannon with it. Out to the top. Also into the game for Eagle Point, Ariana Cabrera has checked in after that left dead ball. Hogan gets it left side, dribbles to the free throw line, nearly traveled. Bounce it back out to Burcham at the top. Steps around with a screen, gets a look at a three, and will put it through. This Eagle Point team has found their stroke from long distance. 4 threes in the period, and they are out to a 24-18 lead. 16-point margin. Pinard will get it across the timeline just in time. Up the floor, McClatcher attacking left side. Her shot off the mark. Eagle Point down with it. Right side, Burcham. Thought about driving, got redirected by McClatcher, passes it out. With it, Hannon to the right side for Nielsen. She gets redirected from the baseline. Burcham to Hogan on the left side. At the wing, dribbles out to the top, will get a screen. And a whistle I think against the, it is against Burcham, a foul on an illegal screen.
Foul against Haley Burcham.
That'll be the second
comes in for Eagle Point.
against Eagle Point here in this second half. Carpenter has it on the near side, looks down the sideline, gets it to Morello. Morello finds the cutting McClatcher, who lays it in. That'll stop the run by Eagle Point. Gets back to a 14-point game with a minute to play in the third quarter. Right side, Kansas Raber has come into the game. The junior passes it to the top. Gets it right back on the right wing. Burcham has it, now to Hogan on the left side, marked by Bowman. Bounces it away, Reber tries to bounce it back underneath to Hogan. Gets it back and can't save it from going out of bounds. So that was a 12-0 run by Eagle Point. And the stop on the McClatcher bucket. McClatcher will get out in front again, and she gets another easy lay-in. Back down to a 12-point margin, 24-12, 22 seconds to play in the third. Roseburg showing life here at the end of the third quarter after a bit of a stalemate. Hogan, head fake, gets it to Burcham. Eagle Point with time on their side. They can run down that clock, don't have to be all that aggressive. Leading by 12, 4 seconds. Burcham got bumped, no whistle. Surprising, she launches a shot. And the third quarter comes to an end. 24-12 is your score at the end of 3 periods. We will head to the fourth quarter after this 60-second break on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Come back for the start of the fourth quarter as Roseburg trails 24-12. They were down by just 4 at halftime. A 12-0 run on 4 made three-pointers by Eagle Point really stretched the lead in favor of the Eagles. But Roseburg will try to battle their way back here in the final 8 minutes. Down by 12, trying to keep things close. Tonight's game brought to you by the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles. Eagle Point starts with the basketball to begin the final period. Enter to the free throw line. McCornack driving right side against Carpenter, gets redirected. Head fake, Hogan drives in, a runner. Hits hard off the back of the iron, almost falls through, rims off, and the rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Eagle Point. They'll inbound from underneath their own basket. Hogan looking for an entry. Out to the top to Burcham. Burcham, McCornack, Hannon, Hogan, and Raber out there to start this fourth period for Eagle Point. McClatcher, Bowman, Pinard, Carpenter, and Morello out on the floor for Roseburg to start the fourth. Burcham gets an open look at a three from the left wing. Her shot rattles off. Morello down with the rebound. Roseburg going to push it up the floor. Bowman, right side, wanted to get it to Pinard, then had a second guess and turns it over. And up the floor, she's going to get called for the blocking foul.
Foul against Hannah Bowman. Jocelyn Metafrank comes in for Roseburg.
That'll be the second, I believe, there against Bowman. Jocelyn Montefiore will come in. She takes over for Hayden Pinard. 7 minutes to play, 1 minute away in this ball game here in the fourth quarter. Burcham to the near side. Nielsen driving left hand, cut off by Montefiore. McClatcher now marking Burcham. Switches off on Bolero after the screen. Burcham gets it back out at the top. McClatcher back on her, drives around her right side. High off the glass, too strong. McCornack down with the offensive board. And a reset here for the Eagles. Go to the free throw line in the lane, fighting against Morello. And will draw a foul. That's Kylie Bolero. That'll send Bolero to the free throw line for a second time. And that is the first foul against Emily Morello. First free throw is good for Kylie Bolero. 25-12 your score. Emma Murphy will check in for Micaiah McClatcher. Tonight's game brought to you by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. Second free throw, Bolero puts it through. 26-12 the score, back to a 14-point lead. It's been as big as 16 for Eagle Point. Bowman bounces it to Murphy, gets it to an open Morello in the corner, hesitated on the drive, and she ends up getting trapped, turns it over. She tried to pass through the defense. Bringing the ball up the floor, pass up to Nielsen, nearly lost it, gets it back and out to the top to Hogan. Hogan dribbling against Bowman. Gets the runner, a bucket, and they count it. And one for Kiersa Hogan.
Basket is good. Foul against Hannah Bowman.
The foul goes against Hannah Bowman.
Kiersa Hogan at the line shooting one for Eagle
That'll
Point.
put Kiersa Hogan for the three-point opportunity. And she will make it. Three-point play for Kiersa Hogan. And Eagle Point pulling away here on top by 17 now, their largest margin. And they almost, yes, will get another steal. And Emma Murphy is going to get called for the foul, trying to get the ball back from Emily Nielsen.
Foul against Emma Murphy.
That is the first for Murphy here. 5:58, not a shooting foul. Inbound from the half court into the back court. Nielsen will bring it across against Montefiore. Burcham will get it. Hanging on to it, Burcham will dribble. Got to do something with it soon. Now she will pass it away. Hogan dribbles it out between the circles. Marked by Murphy. Gets a screen. Passing away, Hogan. Now out to the top to Burcham. Looking in the middle. McCornack gets it. Turns the face. Pass it away at the free throw line. Back out to the top. Burcham looks for the cutter. It's Nielsen. Dribbles left side. Spin. Turnaround. Jump shot. Off the mark. Rebound. Tipped out of bounds. It stays with Eagle Point. 5:22 still left to play. So far, it has been a 5-0 advantage for Eagle Point in the fourth. Nielsen, left side, out to the top. She'll dribble with the basketball. Tracks her all the way out to the center circle, does Montefiore. Pass to Burcham. Driving right side around Miller. And Haley Burcham will get the two. 31-12. 19-point lead for Eagle Point. Murphy out at the top. A foul call. Oh boy, and now seeing the effects of that sun coming through on our video camera. Trying to apply a little bit of sunshade there, but I don't know if it's going to get any better for us there. That is, we have not experienced this before. Driving in Amy Carpenter. She finds Miller underneath open. Miller can't get it to go. Carpenter got the rebound, or got her own rebound. 2 attempts for Amy, and she can't get either one to fall. The rebound went tipped out of bounds. They'll be in front of their own bench for Roseburg. Murphy tried to find Amy Carpenter underneath, and Amy Carpenter was not where the ball was intended to go, and it goes out of bounds. We're like in the exact perfect spot for the sun where we are sitting. I don't feel like anybody else has really had to deal with the sun too much, except for those sitting behind us. It is just now starting to go behind the windows, though, over there. And so we may be okay the next time down the floor. 4:36 to play here in the fourth quarter. Jocelyn Hannon will come back in. Still 31 to 12. Eagle Point in front. Inbound underneath their own bucket. And the inbound from Nielsen goes to Hogan, and she gets the 2 there. 33 to 12. Sun not quite behind and out of the view. Tie up in the half court. The arrow will go to Roseburg, so Roseburg keeps it. Hayden Pinard checks in for Emma Murphy. 4:25 to play. It's a 21-point lead now for Eagle Point. A long 2 from Carpenter off the mark. Rebound comes down. Eagle Point with it. Burcham out to Hogan. Nearing the midway point of the fourth. Crossover. Hannon into the corner. Out to the top. McCornack looking underneath. Dribbles once. Pass into the corner. Burcham will get a screen. Now steps free for the 3. It's too long. Carpenter skies for the rebound. Gets it to Morello. Bringing it up the floor. Morello to Montefiore on the near side. Dribbles around a screen. To Pinard. Into the corner. Long 2. Carpenter rims out hard. Rebound out to Montefiore. She'll try a jumper from the free throw line. It's too long. And down with it are the Eagles. And they will walk it up the floor, taking their time. And a timeout taken by Eagle Point. 3:23 to play in the ball game. We'll take the break as well, a 30-second timeout, and then we come back with the conclusion of tonight's ball game. It's Roseburg and Eagle Point squaring off on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Back here in the fourth quarter as the Roseburg girls take on Eagle Point. Eagle Point pulling away here in this final period, leading 33 to 12. Joey Keyran with you. Before we go too much further, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg girls basketball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Back here at Roseburg High School, where the Eagles will have the basketball to start things off here in this fourth quarter after that timeout. Eagle Point with the basketball, 3:22 to play. The inbound was tipped out of bounds. Lob out to the far side of the floor to Kansas Raber. She tracks it down, gets it to the top. Burcham with it, pulls up for a long 2 from 18 feet, and it's good. Burcham having a big night. She's into double figures. And she's got it out to a 35 to 12 lead in favor of Eagle Point. Montefiore dribbling left side, out to Morello. Driving. Morello gets free. The freshman, her first look at points, can't get it to go. A put back by Carpenter, no good. Out to Montefiore, and her shot dies on the rim and finally drops through. Got the friendly roll there. Roseburg gets their first points of the fourth quarter, 35 to 14. Tonight's game been brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. .218 to play. Driving a baseline and knocked to the padding on the wall. Amy Carpenter going to get called for the block against Jocelyn Hannon, and I believe we've gotten to the 1-and-1 here.
Sydney Metaforian comes in. Chelsea Miller comes out.
So that'll put Eagle Point into the bonus. Just 3 fouls against Eagle Point in the second half. Roseburg into the 7 mark. First front end of the 1-and-1 for Hannon is no good. It rattled back out. 35-14 remains the score. 2 minutes to play in this one. Montefiore bounces to the left elbow to Carpenter. Out for a 3. Pinard, front iron, no good. Down with it. Rebound tipped out by Raber. Out of bounds. Roseburg will have it.
Skylar Wiedmeyer comes in for Roseburg.
We get Skylar Wiedmeyer, who will come into the game for the first time, a junior getting her first action. Inbound pass by Pinard, tipped out of bounds, almost hits an unsuspecting fan looking at his phone on the front line.
Alondra Cabrera comes in for Eagle Point.
Coming out of the game for Eagle Point, Haley Burcham. And into the game is Alondra Cabrera. A 3 from Montefiore, hits the back iron, no good. Down with the rebound was Pinard and gets a foul. So to the free throw line will go Hayden Pinard.
Foul against Alondra Cabrera.
That goes against Alondra Cabrera, the sophomore. Ariana Cabrera out there as well, the senior. Pinard's first free throw, a little short, hits the front iron. Roseburg basketball this evening has been brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com. Call them at 541-459-1545. Hayden Pinard gets the second of her 2 free throws. 35-15, enter it in. A turnaround attempt by Alondra Cabrera. She got hacked as she goes up. And that'll send her to the free throw line with a minute and a half to go.
Foul against Jocelyn Montefiore.
That goes against Montefiore. From Eagle Point, Roseburg boys getting a win tonight, 48-37, so they get the victory there against Eagle Point.
That one good for Alondra Cabrera.
Alondra Cabrera getting the first of her 2 free throws. We'll have Roseburg basketball on the video stream for you tomorrow. It'll be video only tomorrow. Blazers basketball on the radio. Roseburg boys basketball at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Second free throw no good for Cabrera. Rebound, though, pulled down by Eagle Point. Hogan, driving in, and the senior will put through a runner, rattles it through. 38-15. Back to a 23-point margin in favor of the Eagles. Morello didn't pull the trigger on a catch-and-shoot 3. Pinard has it right side, got bumped, nearly lost it, gets it back out to Montefiore. Montefiore will get it back at the top. She'll pull the trigger on a 3. A bit long. Rebound comes back out to her. Gets it to Pinard. She'll step back for the 3. Her shot rattles off. Underneath it, Sydney Montefiore into the game. She gets tied up, and the arrow will favor Eagle Point.
Isabel Stripling and Aria Smith.
So we get a couple more substitutions. Pinard and Jocelyn Montefiore will check out. Coming into the game, Aria Smith for Roseburg, as well as Isabel Stribling to come in. Carissa Hogan will check out. Kylie Bolero will come into the game. So Roseburg with a lineup of, I think, mostly players that at least are swinging from JV. Sydney Montefiore will get a steal in her first action, but gets it stripped away as she goes up the floor. 30 seconds to play in the ball game. 38-15 the score in favor of Eagle Point. Sydney Montefiore applying the pressure against Jocelyn Hannon. Driving left side. Cabrera passes it off. Hannon gets the shot off underneath. The rebound pulled down by Smith. She'll try to toss it up the floor, tipped away, and it stays with Eagle Point. Cabrera puts up a shot from 3 before the horn, and it's no good. And our final score is 38-15. As Roseburg will fall to 0-4. Eagle Point gets their first win at 1-5 on the year. We'll come back and wrap it up for you as we go to the post-game show. Stick around. We'll also have our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Back after this 3-minute break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back here to wrap things up on our postgame show tonight. Roseburg falls against Eagle Point, 38-15, your final score in this one. The second half dominated by the Eagles as they outscore Roseburg 26-7 in the second half of this one. After a tight first half, Roseburg unable to keep up with the Eagles. Final score again, 38-15. It was 12-8 at the end of the first half. Roseburg was down 7-3 after the first quarter, getting a 3 by Jocelyn Montefiore to get back within 4, and then they were even with Eagle Point in that second period, 5-5. But it was a 12-8 score at the end of the first half. But in that third quarter, that's when Eagle Point really started to pull away. They go on a 12-0 run, outscore Roseburg 12-4 in the period. And that puts Eagle Point on top big. They stretched it to as big as a 16-point lead in the third period, and then got it out to as much as a 23-point lead, which is your final margin there in the fourth quarter. 4 3-pointers in the third quarter. The difference in this one, allowing Eagle Point to really pull ahead and take the game against Roseburg here tonight. We'll come back after another quick break and take a look at your individual scoring, plus name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game tonight. So we'll have that for you here coming up in just a couple of minutes. Stick around for that. Want to remind you tonight's game has been presented by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Alanson Randall, open and accepting new patients at 541-378-6694. And don't forget, this streaming broadcast has been presented by BTB Moving. They provide labor services for your moving needs here in Roseburg, around Douglas County, and around the state of Oregon. Veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. That's senior. They do have senior and veteran discounts available. You can book now at 541-315-0122, or while you're online, find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Back after another quick break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Josh Nelson from Off the Wall on the Score. When I'm not in the Score Sports Closet, I own and operate BTV Moving here in Roseburg. We are a labor-only company offering services such as packing, unpacking, loading, unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. We pride ourselves on being an affordable, veteran-owned company. Contact us at 541-315-0122 for all your moving needs. That's BTV Moving, 541-315-0122.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
We welcome you back here to Roseburg High School to wrap things up tonight for Roseburg girls basketball as they fall tonight 38-15 against the Eagle Point Eagles. It's time now to take a look at our individual scoring from tonight's game. Unofficially for Eagle Point, leading the way with 13 points is both Kiersa Hogan and Haley Burcham. They both have big second halves. 10 points in the second half for Burcham and 13 in the second half for Hogan. She scores all 13 of hers in that second half of tonight's ball game. They were the only players in double figures here tonight. Also 6 points for Kylie Bolero. You had 2 points in the game for Emily Nielsen, 2 points for Jocelyn Hannon, and 1 point for Alondra Cabrera and Ariana Cabrera. On the other side for Roseburg, leading the way with 6 points is Micaiah McClatcher. Behind her, Jocelyn Montefiore with 5 points. She had the first point of the game and had 2 of the 3 points scored in the fourth quarter for Roseburg. You had 2 points for Amy Carpenter and 1 point for Hayden Pinard and for Hannah Bowman. We did see there during the commercial break Riley Molsick with the crutches limping back to the locker room. Not a good sign for her future. Hopefully nothing too serious, and maybe she can get back on the floor before the end of the season, but definitely look like a somewhat serious injury there that might keep her out a game or two as the season continues on. But we'll definitely double check in with Coach Chad Smith about that and the severity as the season continues along. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game. Pizza the way it ought to be. Tonight, our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game is going to be junior Jocelyn Montefiore. She's going to be our player of the game after hitting the first bucket of the ball game for Roseburg. Got him on the board with a 3, had a 2 in the fourth quarter, finishes with 5-second leading scorer there. And Jocelyn Montefiore is your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game here tonight, getting a $50 gift certificate to use there at Mountain Mike's Pizza. So congratulations to Jocelyn. That's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. Again, Roseburg boys were a winner on the road against Eagle Point tonight. They'll be back on your broadcast schedule for tomorrow. It'll be a online-only broadcast tomorrow, as we'll have the game streaming on the 541 radio webpage there, as well as on the 1490 The Score YouTube page. So you can find Roseburg boys basketball there. We'll have Blazers basketball on the radio, so you can tune in to catch Blazers in an elimination Game 6 coming up tomorrow with pregame at 4 and tip-off at 5. So we'll have that for you coming up tomorrow here on The Score. But Roseburg basketball going to be on the video stream tomorrow with our pregame starting around 6:30 or so tomorrow. As we start wrapping things up, I want to say thanks to the Eagle Point Eagles for making the trek up here today. Thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bullen, Head Coach Chad Smith, and the Roseburg girls basketball team for allowing us to bring you a season of Roseburg basketball, girls basketball here on The Score. I want to say thanks to Angela Kieran for helping with the video production here tonight on site. And back in the studio, big thanks to Ben Hill for helping out with the radio production here this evening. As always, I want to say thanks to you, the fans, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk to you guys online tomorrow as we stream Roseburg boys basketball against the Ashland Grizzlies. They start at 6:45. Our pregame coverage will start about 6:30 tomorrow evening here from Roseburg High School on Douglas County's home for sports, 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.